Welcome to the adventures of Crazy Kids. This book is called Crazy Kids and the Runaway Chickens. It's read by Harry, Mia, Chris and Grace. And remember kids, if you like this book, smash up the likes, subscribe to our channel and buy the book on Amazon.
Hi, we're the Crazy Kids. We live in Sydney, Australia, and we're called the Crazy Kids because, well, we do crazy stuff. My name's Claudia, and I'm 9. I'm the second oldest crazy kid. I love drawing, playing the flute, shooting goals at netball, and I like sloths. Actually, I love sloths. I sometimes imagine how cool it would be to have a pet sloth. You know, just me and my sloth hanging out together. But instead I have a cat, Shrimpy. She's a bit crazy, just like me. She runs all around the house, up and down the stairs like a small galloping horse. The other week we took her to our cousin Henry and Jack's house, and she leapt right out of my arms and went crazy in their backyard. Jack had to climb up their cubby house roof to grab her before she ran away. But thankfully, we got her home safely, and she spent the rest of the day running around like crazy on our lounge room floor. I don't really know why. Anyway, back to my story. I guess you're wondering where the chickens come in, right? Well, here's the deal. At my school, we have chickens, like real chickens. They live there. I know that sounds weird, but they are the school chickens. I mean, they don't go to class or have to do maths homework or anything. They just hang around school. I guess that'd still make them pretty smart though. They sleep in a little coop at the top corner of the playground, but they can run around freely at certain times of the day. And it's the chicken monitor's job to look after them. I became a chicken monitor this year. It's pretty fun. You get to feed the chickens, collect the eggs, and then find the chickens and put them back in their coop when the bell rings. I was telling my cousins Henry and Jack about it, because they were over at our place on the weekend. They got really excited.
No way! You get to be a chicken monitor?
Said Henry.
Cool,
said Jack.
Let's go see them now.
So Zoe and I put our sneakers on and grabbed some snacks for the walk up to my school with Henry and Jack in tow.
Time for a crazy chicken adventure!
Shrieked Zoe excitedly, and she called out for Shrimpy, who came running after us like a little dog. But I was quietly hoping that there wouldn't be any kind of crazy adventure at all, because I feel pretty responsible for those little school chickens. When we got to the school playground, the chickens were sitting in their coop, happily warbling away.
They're so cute,
said Henry.
Can you see if they've laid any eggs?
Said Jack. Just as I was about to explain how we collected the eggs, I saw Shrimpy out of the corner of my eye, pawing at the coop door. Shrimpy, no! I yelled. But before I knew it, Shrimpy, that cheeky cat, had cleverly worked out how to open the door, and she raced inside the coop with her ears back and her tail fluffed up, intent on catching herself a chicken dinner. Zoe and Jack ran inside the coop to try save the chickens, and Henry and I chased after Shrimpy. In all the hullabaloo, the chickens somehow all managed to escape the coop and quickly scattered across the playground, feathers flying. Naughty Shrimpy! I yelled, but I secretly felt a bit bad, because she's just a cat, doing what cats are born to do, I suppose. In the meantime, the chickens were roaming far and wide. One was perched on top of the monkey bars, another had started pecking at the lettuce in the school veggie garden, and another was scratching at the window of the principal's office, trying to get inside. They didn't usually run wild like this when we were all here at school during the week. I don't know why they went so crazy on the weekend.
The chickens are escaping, Claudia. What are we gonna do?
Cried Zoe. Jack was already running after them, and we all quickly followed his lead. But to no avail. The chickens had flown the coop, like literally. And I mean really literally. I don't mean mistakenly literally, just for exaggeration's sake. My head was spinning. The chickens were my responsibility, and now my own cat had let them escape. The school would never trust me again. I looked over to Henry, and he was standing there calmly, thinking carefully. What are you thinking? I asked, knowing that Henry was good at engineering brilliant plans.
Well, you and Zoe just recently got roller skates for your birthdays, right?
Yeah? I slowly responded, my mind racing.
And
He continued.
Jack and I just happened to bring our remote control cars with us today.
Yeah, I responded, feeling a tinsy little flutter of hope in my tummy.
So we round them up.
Henry said excitedly.
You mean like sheep?
Asked Zoe quizzically.
Yeah, why not?
Said Henry.
Yeah.
Said Jack.
Let's do a chicken muster.
Well, I guess we've got nothing to lose, I said, as I eyed one of the chickens who was perched up on the bubblers. I could just imagine it doing slimy little chicken poos right where the school kids drank from. So we raced home as fast as our spindly little legs could carry us. Once we got there, Zoe and I strapped on our roller skates and Henry and Jack checked that their car batteries were charged. We stuffed the cars and remotes into a backpack, but just as we were about to leave again, I heard my mum call out.
Hey, sweetie, what are you kids doing?
Nothing, I yelled back. We looked at each other, eyes wide.
Well, would you kids like an ice cream?
Ouch, this was gonna hurt. No thanks, Mum. I think that was the first time in my entire life that I'd actually said no to ice cream. I looked at the others who were all clearly dreaming about ice cream too. I took a deep breath, then shouted, "Okay, it's time for the crazy kids to spring into action." The others looked at me.
Let's go!
They yelled. We raced up the driveway and back to the school, Zoe and I skating down the footpath and Henry and Jack sprinting as fast as they could alongside us on the grass nature strip, the backpack bouncing up and down on Henry's back. This time, though, we left that cheeky shrimpy behind. When we got back to the school, it was eerily quiet. We couldn't see the chickens anywhere.
Where have they gone?
Whispered Zoe quietly.
Maybe they're inside one of the classrooms,
Volunteered Jack.
Well, they certainly left lots of feathers lying around.
Said Henry, rubbing his nose and trying to prevent a sneeze. We had to find those chickens. I tried thinking like a chicken. If I were a chicken and I had just escaped the school coop, where would I go next? I've got it, I cried. I think I know where they are. The canteen!
Why the canteen?
Asked Henry. 'Cause they love eating the dried corn that the canteen parents used to make us popcorn. We raced to the canteen, and sure enough, there they were. They had somehow broken in through the serving window, don't ask me how, had found the bags of dried corn, pecked them open, and were madly eating all the corn kernels up. One of the chickens was already lying upside down on the floor, clearly stuffed. I mean, stuffed as in full from eating too much, not as in stuffed with roast chicken stuffing. That'd be terrible. "Radio, chickens!" I yelled. "It's time to go back to your coop." The minute they heard me yelling, they all cackled nervously and half jumped, half flew up to the serving counter and out of the window. They knew they were in trouble. They scattered out into the playground once again, but this time we were ready.
Let's get them!
Squealed Zoe, a determined little look on her face. I nodded at my brave little sister. "Let's do it, babies!" I cried. Zoe and I screamed off into the playground on our roller skates. "You take the left flank," I yelled to her. As I whizzed over to the right, I could see Henry and Jack yanking their cars out of the backpack and sending them racing around to the other end of the playground.
We'll cut them off at the pass!
Yelled Henry. Chickens were clucking, little cars were whizzing, and roller skates were zooming. We had this chicken muster sorted. Soon, the chickens had all come together in a tight little huddle, and we gently guided them back towards the coop. Zoe held the door, and Jack shooed the chickens inside. I checked that they had enough water, and then Henry closed the coop up and made sure the lock was tight. Phew, that was one tough afternoon. "So," I said, "that's what it's like to be a chicken monitor." The others looked at me, as grubby and exhausted as I was, and nodded.
It's still pretty cool though.
Said Jack.
Heaps of responsibility.
Said Henry.
I'm thirsty after all that chicken chasing.
Said Zoe. I pulled out our water bottles and the snacks I had packed earlier, and we all sat down and had a massive rest. Then we packed the cars into the backpack again and slowly headed home under the hot afternoon sun. The boys trudging along and Zoe and I slowly rolling on our skates. I think I'm going to tell Mum that we changed our minds about the ice cream, I said.
Awesome idea.
Said Henry.
Definitely,
chimed in Jack and Zoe together. We finally reached our street, ran down our driveway, and I opened up the front door. Mom, can we have some ice cream now? I called out as we took our shoes and skates off and went inside.
Oh, sorry, honey.
She called back.
I gave the rest to Shrimpy. She looked hot.
Henry, Jack, Zoe and I looked at each other, crestfallen. Our shoulders dropped. There was Shrimpy in the kitchen, greedily licking up the last of our ice cream. She stopped for a moment, looked up at us, and then kept greedily scoffing and licking away. Ugh! That cheeky cat.
The
Crazy end!
We hope you enjoyed that story, kids. And remember, if you liked it, smash up those likes, subscribe to our channel because we'll have more books coming soon, and buy the book on Amazon.